Hey, what's up, YouTube world? You're tuned in to Katie Talk One on One. I'm Katie and I'm talking. It's good to have you guys here. I know it's pretty late. It's a Friday night. I know a lot of people are probably getting ready to maybe go out or they could be with their boo thing booed up. But this is a subject that I have been having in mind. But one recent photo shoot with GQ and Pharrell kind of brought it up, so I had to come and talk about it. And this subject has to do with the constant attack of masculinity in America. So I wake up a few days ago and I see another YouTuber talking about this situation with Pharrell in the photo shoot. So I go and take a look at the pictures, and all of them are very like soft. All of them are what you call it's kind of like the look that it's some soft. If somebody ever heard of a soft stud, one of the studs that like try to look like a guy but still try to have that soft film look. That's basically the vibes I was getting from this photo shoot that Pharrell had. The look was basically it was almost like a '90s look, like back in the days. I grew up in the '90s. I was born in '81. I grew up in the '90s. So there were these jackets that were really, really popular. They were vinyl and they were sort of puffy. So basically, what Pharrell had on looked like a giant puffy jacket, but it was made like it was a gown. It was made like a gown, and like when I seen it, it was a bit confusing. I can't lie, it was pretty confusing, and I was just like, hmm. And around it, were the letters, the new masculinity, and I'm like, so is this the look that they're trying to push for? Because no, this is not masculine. There's nothing masculine about this look and all of the poses and stuff like that. I get it. Get your money. I don't knock anybody hustle. You get your money how you get it. But why is it that out here in mainstream media in the world, period, why are they constantly pushing to see the male the male just softened? They looking to see the dumbed down version of the male, the film side of the male. So I ended up like getting online and I googled a few things just about I put in the attack of masculinity and I came up with there are 5 reasons why masculinity is on the attack. So the first reason, basically, today's society, they're constantly looking for, you know, especially women, a lot of women, the feminists and all them, they're looking for the equality and the power that a man has without actually having to go through the repercussions and the backlash that a man will receive. I actually was looking at this situation like, wow, they're right. Because if, and I'm going to get to this single motherhood thing at the end, but I'm going to say this right quick. If more likely, if a man grew up in a single parent home where, this male was there with his mother, he sometimes probably seen his mother act a damn fool and act out. And a lot of times she was able to get her way. So a lot of the males grew up feeling like they could do the same thing. Oh, I see my mother acting a fool, and at the end she gets what she wants, and she don't even go to jail. Let me see. This how I'm used to seeing this, so I can act like this and get what I want. Hell, no, you can't, because you are a man, and you will be treated in a different standard that she's been treated. Another reason, today's society, the feminist society, and not all women, but some of them, they want to have the power that a man has, but they want to have the privileges that the woman has. So they want both of these, but don't want to take no responsibility for neither. If you see the video that I did, I think it was on Wednesday, uh, Tybrisha Sexton, that's a very, very valid example. She, roughed up her baby a little bit, blew smoke in the baby face, said, I didn't want the damn baby no way, got the baby back, and all charges are dropped. Where's the accountability? There's no accountability in a society that we live in today, especially when it comes to feminists and when it comes to women and females. Like, nobody got to hold accountability. When you see girls out doing stupid stuff, oh, she don't know no better. They really do treat women like retarded children. And I shout out to Tommy Sotomayor. Tommy Sotomayor. I heard him say that they actually do treat women like retarded children because they can do what they want to do, and then people be like, oh, they don't know any better. Oh, they're just going through something. You could see a woman that have killed her baby, and they'll say something like, oh, she was just going through something. She just needs some counseling. She was going through something. No, that woman needs to be held accountable. Because I think if you know this side and that side, then you know right from wrong. You can't know a little bit, but oh, when it comes to you shouldn't do your baby like that, you didn't know any better? No, 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 no. So you can't be out here talking about I'm a strong woman, I'm a strong black woman, I'm a strong black. Come on now, a strong black woman. What does that even mean? And then I hear some women say, "Well, black women have been through a lot. A lot of people have been through a lot. A lot of people have been through a lot." But for you to put that title on yourself, I think you're automatically putting a crutch under your arm because you're automatically crippling yourself. You're putting yourself in a position where it's going to be hard to find a mate, first of all. And for you to take on that title, especially if you're a single woman, you putting a lot of barriers in front of yourself. And on to number two. Few now, oh, I got sad when I seen number two. I kind of got sad when I seen number two. What's up with y'all over here on Facebook? I had to give them a shout out real quick. Number two, fewer men see themselves as being masculine. Now, that's something that kind of hurt my heart when I seen that because I'm used to I guess some guys can put on the persona pretty easy that they are confident, but behind all of that confident that whole get up, a lot of them do suffer through self-esteem issues, issues with their confidence and issues in whether they can be successful, whether they can do this or do that, do that. And I just hate to see that. But I guess in a society where it can be difficult to be a real man, being a real man out here is you're gonna get taunted, you're gonna get called names, you're gonna be called a misogynist, what they call a misogynist, somebody that massage. No, no, you are gonna be called names. And one thing about it, when a person calls you a name, especially if you're coming with something that's of sense, of logic, they're trying to knock down your logical walls. And you just stick to it. Because in the end, logic is what wins. Logic wins at the end. And on to number three. On to number three. a lot of men do actually fear being masculine. They actually fear being masculine because of the backlash that they may receive. And, like going into number three, it goes on to say the traditional man don't fit into America's victim oriented society. Here in America, we do live in a victim oriented society. And this is what I mean. Racism is the main reason. Racism is the main reason why the victim mentality will never, ever, ever go away. See, they set things in place to have it exactly where they want to have it. So when it comes to the victim mindset that a lot of people have. Oh, my people went through this. My people went through that. They don't like me because I'm black. They don't like me because I'm this. They don't like me because I got nappy hair. They don't like me. They don't like me. They don't like me. Aside, aside with all of that, take what you have and use what you have to get to where you want to be. Put all of that to the side, whether they like you or not, whether they like black, they like white. Put it to the side and be the best person you can be. All of that will be out the window. Even if a person really, even if they really are a racist, you give that racism no power when you have that mind frame. So, and then looking at most societies, most societies that survive instill into their males and they teach their males and the young boys how to be providers, how to be workers, how to be warriors. They instill in them exactly how to take care of families, how to cultivate, how to make things grow, and how to be protectors and warriors and firemen and police officers. I mean, they really, really, really teach. They really teach and they mold and they build their boys up to be providers. But that's something somewhere along the way, America has let go of those values. So when they let them go, the real man, the real masculine man, they are automatically put under scrutiny and they're put under fire and attack because those values were lost, because they lost the value that they seen in men. Men are worth so much. They know we attack masculinity, we will have not only one generation, but we will have many generations. Many generations of mind conditioned. I didn't even have to touch you, but I had to instill this in you and teach you this, teach you racism, teach you self hate, teach you colorism, teach you that the male brings nothing to the table. The male brings nothing to the table, and I can have control of you. Not your body, but your mind. I will have control over your mind. Therefore, I can control your spirit. Not only your spirit, but the spirit of your children and your children in a whole generation. The spirit kind of took over me right there. Going on into number 4, divorce and single motherhood plays a huge factor in the attack of male masculinity. And I'm going to tell you this from my standpoint and from my point and personal view of that is because, I'm a single mother myself, and I wish I would have had the mind frame to actually be able to had chosen a man that I could have not only had a baby by, but made a real family with under a husband and wife matrimony. And I wish I would have been able to put that together. But since I didn't make those right decisions, I can just instill into my children what to do right. So I realized that from that. But having the mindset and the mind frame, I'm a single mother. I can do this by myself. I'm the mother and I'm the daddy and all this and that is BS. It is straight BS. A child needs a family. A child needs a family. A child needs a balance. A balance. Everybody needs balance. You need that mother energy and you need that father energy. And that mother trying to be both will corrupt her mind. She'll be at the point where she can't even find herself like to even act like a lady's supposed to, because she's always in that mode. I'm gonna bust your head. Sit your black ass down. Putting that heavy bass, and then you look up and she talk with a deep voice all the time because she's so used to talking with that deep ass voice. She's so used to talking with that deep voice. You wonder why these women out here that's raising all these kids by themselves act manly. That is why. They gotta constantly try to stay in both modes. And don't get me wrong, some of them actually do want to be feminine, but they can't even bring it out of themselves. And then, I think some of that kind of plays into their environment too, because just to tell you the truth, growing up in a lot of rough hoods, a girl that did walk around and act film, like most of the girls want to beat her up, and all the guys were really pushing at her and trying to take advantage of a girl that acted real feminine. But if you notice the girls that looked it like girls, but they act like dudes, wasn't nobody too much trying to try them, but they had to put on their persona because that was the environment that they were in. So if talking to my about to be grown up, the new generation, the generation next coming up, if you watch this video, don't grow up too fast. Set your life up where it will be easy and won't be hard. Because one thing about it, it's hard being a man. It's hard for a man to be a man. Just think if you're a woman trying to be a man, how hard that would be. So you got to think about that. And I think one thing about it when it comes to women life can be so easy if a woman actually finds out how to maneuver her feminine energy. She can have so much in life. You don't have to hate man, be jealous of man. You don't have to try to be a man. And even if you are in a situation where you are a single mother, you can still be feminine. You don't have to have that deep voice, whether my voice deep or whether it's not. If I'm acting like a woman, you can still control your children. You train them up, they'll act right. You can still control your children without having to act like a man. Like you can. It's possible. It's possible. And these were some statistics that come out of the single parent home. And I'm sure a lot of people probably know it. Okay, children that come from single parent homes are 20 times more likely to end up in prison. Statistics show that, and I've seen it with my own two eyes before. So I believe that, and I just pray the best for my children, and I raise them the best that I know how, and I just have like a real passion when it comes to this masculinity thing and the males. I have a passion for that because I have two boys. I have an 11-year-old and I got a 15-year-old, and he'll be the 15-year-old be 16 in December, December the 13th, and I just know the kind of world that they're growing up in, and I know it's not easy. I know it's not easy, and my heart goes out to the good men out there. My heart go out to them because I know and I realize how hard society is on them. Especially if you're a black male, it's even harder then. But it's hard on when it comes to a lot of white men that are in power and got money. They're more likely to the rate when it comes to richer Caucasian males, the rate of them getting rape put on them is higher than anybody else's. Like, if you're a white man and you got money, like, you got to be extra careful out here because it could be a woman that want to get at you or get with you, and she'll try to say you did something to her just to mess you all up, like. And she'll try to get your money. It's tough out here. It's tough out here. Children that come from single parent homes are 5 times more likely to end up in poverty. I was talking about this to the man that owned the company I work for. We was talking about that the other night. I was just saying that the more children the more children that people have, that's like you're like raising your chances of being in poverty. The more children you have, especially if you're a single mom, they are more likely to end up in gangs. They more likely to end up high school dropouts. They're more likely to commit teen suicide, and they are more likely to be single parents themselves. A lot of times I think when a child grows up, a child never wants to purposely look at their parents in a bad light. And I think when a child grow up, they'll see their mother lived a certain way or their father lived a certain way, or hey, my parents were single parents, and look, they gave. I stayed with nice clothes, I stayed with nice shoes, I stayed with this, I stayed with that. Being a single parent, not bad. That's the mentality that they will grow up with if that's what they grew up and seen. They were around it. And then and last but not least, the traditional real masculine men are ignored. The man that act like a real man, nobody paying him attention like that. Or either they're trying to say he did something bad, his masculinity is toxic, like his masculinity toxic. They always trying to put them under a bad light, or either they don't notice them at all. And it's really sad. It's sad that a lot of times I think some of these little boys to be walking around acting gay, some of them just starting out. I don't think some of them even be gay. I think they just do that. A lot of them just do it just to get attention. Because acting like a regular boy doesn't get them attention. And then we're living in a attention type of society. But I just think when it comes to that photo shoot that GQ had with Pharrell, that photo shoot, I think there were some that one outfit that did kind of look, a little questionable. It's like when you see it, you really just can't hardly describe it. But I think he could have said, "Hey, you got maybe another outfit to pick out." He wanted to wear that, so that's what he did. And then looking at maybe an industry where if you do get softened up a little bit and you do put on a dress or skirt or a Scottish little skirt or something, you know, they're gonna feel more comfortable around you. I think if they can soften up that especially that black man, if they can soften up that black male, they will actually feel more comfortable. They won't feel like you're a threat to them. So I think that's where the dress thing comes in at. If a person feel really, really, really like at ease, that they don't feel comfortable around you, if you're around, they get nervous because black men, they just look strong. And that's what I love about a black man. Because when you look at him, I just see strength. I just see power. I see confidence. I see sexiness. I mean, that's what I see when I see a black man. Like but I don't understand, even if a person is a little bit intimidated by a person, you don't automatically have to try to change who they are. Why don't you look at who you are and ask yourself, why am I intimidated by their strength? Am I weak? Does that mean I'm weak? Because I think it probably does. Probably means that you are weak um if you fear another person's strength. If you fear their strength, everybody's strong in their own way. No one is the same. We're all, put here for a different reason, or two or three. And it's just up to us to find it. So I think my advice to men would be just know yourself, know who you are, stick to the values and the morals that you know are right. Some people were raised with good values and morals, some people weren't, but I think just along the way, even if you were never taught the right thing, the right thing has been shown to you one time or another. So just stay true to who you are. And I think it will be actually harder to steer you off the right path if you're grounded in your values and you're grounded in what you know is right, what you know is wrong. When you're grounded in that, your foundation will be more solid. Thank you all so much for tuning in tonight. Thank you for your time. And thank you for those people that will watch. Thank you for those people that will subscribe. So, subscribe to me, Katie Talk 101, and hit that notification bell down there. And I will be coming with more videos. I'm going to try to come with a consistent number at least every other day. So, that's 3 to 4 days a week. So, I'm hoping, you go ahead and hit that subscribe button because I have a lot more coming on the way. So, stay tuned. Peace and love you, YouTube. Oh, yeah. Hit me up for any kind of tips, suggestions, video ideas. Hit me up at About Change 34@gmail.com. That's About Change 34@gmail.com. Hit me up, subscribe, like. Love you.